Amanda. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Good. Thank you for agreeing to chat with me.
Yeah, no problem.
So you worked with BroodMinder for quite some time?
Yes, for about 10 years.
Oh,
And
wow.
I think,
So I've been chatting with a whole load of different people. And BroodMinder comes up like you wouldn't believe. Kevin, I'm not sure if you watched or if you've seen that one, Kevin Dolan. He's a good buddy of mine, just finished a master's program. He's in Ontario. And the stuff he was telling me that he found out through BroodMinder, I was
Mhm.
amazed. I couldn't believe it. So I said, you know what? I need to talk. I need to find out more because I don't know a lot about it. In Newfoundland, middle of the Atlantic Ocean, we don't have a lot of that cool stuff here. We don't even have a bee store, for God's sake. So we're kind of at a disadvantage. So where are you located to?
I'm in Madison, Wisconsin.
Wicked. Okay.
And the company is located mostly around here in Stoughton.
Okay.
But then we have people all over the country helping us, and also a partner in France who's running kind of the same business in tandem.
Great. I was disappointed because I found out that you guys were at the expo
Yeah, we were.
and I didn't see you.
Oh.
Gross. I would have loved it.
I was there, yeah. Me, Rich, who founded the company, and Steve, who's working on some of our AI stuff up here, drove down, and
Okay.
we met Teo Hartman, lives in Virginia,
Okay.
and he's just been one of our biggest users. He does a lot of testing for us and
Perfect.
some design work.
So how long has BroodMinder been around in business?
BroodMinder's been around, I think it's about 11 years, getting close. I started about 10 years ago as I'm primarily a software engineer.
Cool.
Um, so I was helping with a little bit of firmware. I was kind of between jobs, and then I just kind of stayed here and never got never got another job.
Darn cool. You ended up with honeybees. I love that. That would be a
Mhm.
dream for me to work in honeybees.
I
Yeah.
mean, at the start of that, I had in just a bit of my prior life, I had done like 2 weeks on a honeybee farm, and that was my experience with bees before I started at BroodMinder. And since then, I mean, I've just heard a lot of things, and then I've kept bees the last 3 years.
Okay.
Or, well, this last year we did take a break, but we'll try again this year.
Oh, wonderful.
Our biggest seller, what we primarily do is a temperature sensor, or
Okay.
you can do temperature and humidity that you're putting inside your hive.
Okay.
Um, and then you either come with your phone and collect the data, or we have a hub and you can be getting real-time updates, so doing more remote monitoring.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then also we do scales and something called a BDAR that is you put at the front of the hive to do like entrance counting, more of just an activity monitor because you're not getting an exact bee count. Um, but I mean, and then based off that, it's how deep you want to dive. In the temperature stuff, it's used at a base level for two easy things, which is in the winter, do I know if my bees are alive?
Yeah. I like.
Um, And in the summer, like, are my bees stable and making brood, or is my hive queenless?
Okay.
Um,
You know that the hive might be queenless. But what is that? How does that tell you?
right. So when they're raising brood, the bees are keeping the temperature stable at, well, see, now I'm going to do Fahrenheit, 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Um, and so, but if your queen dies and she stops laying eggs, then 2 weeks later, when everyone's hatched, they'll stop holding the temperature. So you've had the stable temperature of your hive, and all of a sudden it crashes,
Okay.
and that means you've got no one laying.
Okay.
So you're queen. So you're queenless.
That is the coolest thing ever.
Hmm.
I have my bees in a shed this year. I did it last year too.
Okay.
So I'm putting them in a shed. Newfoundland has horrible winters, and so last year I got really good success out of it. But you know what? It's so hard for me to go up and because some of them I have, what was it? I think I have 24 in this little shed. So some of them are on top of each
Oh.
other. So it's so hard for me just to lift it, see if they're alive.
Hmm.
If I had something like that, obviously it'd be very easy for me to sit.
Right.
Okay.
And here they're, I mean, wrapped and you don't touch them for the winter. So yeah, you have no idea
Yeah.
sometimes, unless you can sit out there on a sunny day and watch.
Yeah, I know. So on a mild day, like the other day, I was a little bit nervous about, if they had enough feeds or had enough resources. Now, me being
Mm,
me, I had a pack full, chock full. But again, I was worried. So I did go up. I just lifted a little bit, ate, and they all had barrels of food and they were alive. So that's good.
that's
I
good.
think if I had something like the BroodMinder, like I wouldn't have to do any of that. Sensor per hive, is that how it works?
Yeah, do I have one? So this is a dirty one. It's got propolis on it, but it's just the sensor itself is just this 2-inch thing on the end
Very cool.
um,
Okay.
that you stick on top of the brood box. So if you have a large hive and they could relocate in the winter, you maybe want one or two because you'll kind of lose the temperature.
Okay.
But especially in the summer, one is enough. You just can move it with them.
Okay. So that goes, you put it on top of the frame. Is it
On
like
top of the frames. And then the temperature will rise up to the sensor enough that you have a pretty good idea. We do have some people who will stick them inside, and I mean they get more waxed in. But then if your nest moves, you're
yeah,
not you lose it more quickly.
yeah. So what about you said humidity? So
We say with humidity is that if it's stable at something, that's when it's important. So like the humidity in some locations is higher and some locations is
yeah.
lower. And if it's spiking up and down in your hive, then they're having trouble with something. But if it's pretty even, then they're doing all right.
So it's
I
dandy.
mean, it depends because also like they'll maybe keep it down in that area. It's like you're saying, like if your sensor's in the on the outside, it's colder. So maybe like on the outside, it's more humid, and where they are, they have it more regulated.
Kevin was also telling me that this is super cool that you have a website or something that people can kind of map their different temperatures and all that kind of stuff, and it's like all over the world. Is that true?
Yes. So our data is just based on your postal code. It goes on this becounted.org map. So you can look and see, click on hives around your area or around the world and see their sensor data.
So do you have to be
Yeah.
part of the BroodMinder to get on that website?
No, that's a free website. It's
Oh,
becounted.org.
it's fabulous. I'm gonna have a look at that. I know it sounded pretty interesting when Kevin was telling me about it.
It's fun to click around in the summer around here and see if anyone's gaining a lot more honey weight than I have. And
So okay, tell me about the weight. Tell me about that part of it.
Um, so we have our newest scale is a W5, which is a robust metal scale. I do have that one too. And it's just a bar. So you put it under half of your hive. So you're
Oh,
getting half the hive weight, and then you prop the other hive up half with a board. And then you'll get the trend of your hive going up and down. So it's roughly half, but the most important thing is like how much you're gaining or losing a day. So in a nectar flow, I mean, you can make 3 pounds a day, 10 pounds a day, depending on how crazy it is. And then you can see when you hit a dearth if the weight starts to go down.
how like exact is that?
With this one, well, like the scale itself is very good. Um, but if you only have half of the hive weight, depending on how level it is and things, it's off a little, but it's pretty exact.
So other things that's up and coming with BroodMinder.
Yeah. Have another big product that we're working on, which is called BTV, which is a camera that we're putting in the hive. It's like in the frame and you put it in. Um, and then hopefully to take like a picture or a video every half hour or hour and eventually use computer vision to count mites.
I'm
That's the end goal. Right now, we've got the camera in process. We sold like 20 last year just to beta test, just the picture and video, and I think we might be able to do about 100 again this year, but we haven't
wow.
quite announced that release yet. So
So when you say beta test, what does that mean? Like people just trying it out for
it
you?
means, yeah, we've had, I mean, they had to purchase the devices. But then it was a limit. I mean, it can do limited things. Basically, just take video and picture locally, and then you can pull it out and look at the information.
I think like from an educational perspective, how cool
Yeah.
would that be? Look, guys.
We've had talks with people who, yeah, they want to like stream video out of their hives, or maybe we could do like 2 minutes of your bees every day or something that you could show in an educational dashboard or something. It
Yes.
has a lot of potential.
It really does. Yeah. Oh my goodness, you got me excited for that now. I actually, and I may sound like a geek or something, but like
Mhm.
the population going in and out of the hive. For some,
Mhm.
I'd like to know that. I don't know why. People
Yeah,
get,
so the sensor we have for that is like a radar that's looking
yeah.
at it. But the reason that we kind of made it in the first place was more for pollinators that our partner Lorenzo works with in France. And then they know if like their bees are doing the job, if they're actually needed there, and they can prove their worth with those numbers.
Okay. Gosh, you guys think of everything.
I mean, we're always trying to work on our website and our app. Last year, we put in a feature on the website called QueenMinder,
Okay.
which is has was just beta, but hopefully in a month or two we're going to release it. Where we take notes that you put in, and if you've marked that you have a swarm or you've requeened, it puts you into this flow that then tells you when is the best time to do an inspection, to check for brood, or to check for queen cells to keep you on track to getting your hive queen right again.
Geez, that's great.
We hope to have it this spring ready for use. Um, I'm
Geez,
putting right now working on getting the note taking in the app because there's a little extra than just our normal notes
yeah.
because you have to mark certain states. Um, and then that's kind of the way that we're hoping to go, like in the future, to maybe be a little bit more talking about how to manage your hive instead of just showing you raw data. With our temperature sensor, we have a feature called SwarmMinder that although our normal data is just once an hour, this is checking every minute, and we know that when a hive swarms, the temperature spikes.
Ooh.
So we track that, and then you get that 1 minute data right around that spike. So you can look on your chart and be like, oh, last week it looks like they may have swarmed. Because a lot of the time you don't know that your hive is swarmed. They requeen and you're fine.
Yeah.
But you can look on your chart and say it was likely it happened then.
So
And
is all this, when you say look on your chart, is this going to come on your phone? Like you
we
see
have both
it?
the phone and the website. Um, the phone is more limited, but you get your normal temperature chart. But if you're doing like really digging into the data, then you'll be on your on the website.
I'm gonna have to look into this. Like this is, I gotta get with it. Like become more modern or something. Where do you buy it?
On our website, broodminder.com.
Okay, so it's not bought in stores or anything.
We have some distributors, certain honey shops. In the US, we have Better Bee.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a catalog,
Yep.
and they send it. In Canada, all I could think of, we do have Worker and Hive,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they're not in your area, I don't believe. I
Oh
think
yeah.
they're in,
There's nothing in my area, my friend.
yeah, I think they're in like Calgary, maybe. I mean, if you're just getting temperature sensors, the shipping's not too bad. This is not a big.
So is there a starter pack for like a brood minder? How does that work?
Um, Generally, we just recommend some temperature sensors, but we do have a kit that's a temperature humidity, and a scale that we call the Citizen Science Kit.
Oh, okay.
Our recommended setup is, I mean, once if you are fully into it and you wanted to know everything, that in your apiary, every hive would have just one temperature sensor. And then on your strongest hive, you put the scale just to know your nectar flow and
Wouldn't
uh,
that be so cool to have a temperature one on every hive? Wicked. How much is like one sensor?
one sensor is the temperature is about $48,
Okay.
and the temperature and humidity is 77.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then the scale that I showed you, that's 260.
Okay. So I just think if you just had the temperature, that would be very helpful. You know,
Mhm.
I just does a lot of people go with the humidity as well, or just
Yeah, especially researchers and stuff, they're looking for humidity too. But just a normal user, we find that it's not that necessary.
yeah, I think I would just
But
temperature.
and I will say that that's just then you'd be collecting with your phone. But if you want the real-time data, you would need a hub. I want to say 170.
So what does a hub look like? Is it
A
like a
hub, we have them in a little weather container,
okay?
just this white cylinder. And then it's just a cell device. It looks like
Oh,
a little square, and then it has a SIM card, so it's talking to the cell networks. And also seeing your sensor data and uploading that. Um,
You
And with
feel
that, you need our subscription
so like, have you
for
thought of all this yourself? Are you like creator? You like,
no.
wow.
Our founder, Rich, he started with the sensors just
Me.
to because he wanted to know when his hives died in the winter.
Anything else you think we should know?
No, I don't know. I would just check our website, broodminder.com, for more information.
Okay, definitely.
And
And I think I'm gonna check out that website you mentioned. I think that's pretty neat.
we're
Hey,
all we're all happy to be doing this. We were just at another expo. There was the Midwest Honeybee Expo this
I want to
past
go to that
weekend.
next year.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to do two of them. This year I was kind of like thinking about it and like it's funny. I enjoy that probably more than the summer holiday. You just get to kind of eat and you
Well,
talk to people and everybody loves bees. I mean, what's the Midwest one like? Did you enjoy it?
it was good. Yeah. I mean, it's smaller than the other expo, but it had a lot of vendors, a lot of speakers. I think maybe more speakers than
Oh,
the other
yeah.
one. Um, which was great.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed this for sure. And I know the site's going to as well because I do get a lot of questions about it and I couldn't really even answer. So I will kind of point people in your direction. Anything that you want me to share on the site, absolutely fire it my way and I'll share it to everybody.
All right, I will.
Okay, thank you, my
Thank you.
friend. Take care.
You
Bye.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, buddy.